Hi everyone. So I really feel the call to do like a follow-up to the very first vlog that I did back in January on that theme of what is reality. And the reason why I feel like doing that is because in those past 6 months, my understanding of reality has completely evolved and completely changed. And I'm sure that yours has too. And I just want to add a few more like words of what I'm sensing and what I'm feeling and what the exploration from in my life has been. And without drawing any conclusions, but raising perhaps more questions and points, and just seeing where that flows. So, from what I've experienced and noticed, reality has so many different layers. If you were to listen about the theories of the multiverse, infinite layers of reality. But for me, there are a few main ones that say that we can choose, and we are doing it either consciously or unconsciously, and we've been doing it our whole lives, to access these different planes of reality. And the first plane of reality that we know so well is this like human plane of existence. Yeah. This person, this body, yeah, this separate being. And there's a real sense of separateness, yeah, like, the sand cannot go through my hands. And that's one level of the reality, including perhaps our thoughts and our feelings. But as I speak, I even say the thoughts and feelings, and what we can't see here, the more subtle sense that actually my hand, my energetic hand, might go through my hand energetically. Yeah, that's another level of reality. So straight away, that's already two. But then also through the work of practice, perhaps meditation, perhaps however we are guided in our own personal journey to access higher, if you want, planes of reality, we learn to access another layer. And the next one above, I'm sure there's many in between, but from my experience is the reality of the spiritual world, the unseen world, the energetic dimension of life. Yeah, the consciousness of all that is, which is of which shamanism gives us a really good doorway, because it works with this understanding that everything has a spirit, everything has a consciousness. So the sea, the clouds, the stars, the sky, the plants, each rock has a certain spirit, and the more you practice this, the more you tune into it, the more you do feel internally and hear and see that is reality. So again, another level of reality. Yeah. So we're kind of raising, as we go as well, these kind of different dimensions of ourselves and of life and of our being. And then beyond that, I've learned to experience another space, the space of awareness, not even awareness, first the layer of feeling the oneness, the connection with all of these things, the connection with all of these rocks and stones and plants and people and beings and planets and stars. And that sense, internal sense of this oneness, this space of oneness, which more and more people now are starting to feel, since there's been like a shift in the energy of unity consciousness, they call it. So a certain frequency is now running, which gives us all access to this unity consciousness when we go within. So, and then again, another layer of reality, another feeling of reality, of this unity consciousness. And then beyond that, there's even the space of pure awareness, pure presence. So Bentinho Massaro teaches this beautifully, and I'll try and explain this to you. So if you just take one deep breath in and deep breath out, and as you exhale, you relax your body and you give up any rights that you have to think for 2 to 5 seconds. And by doing that, we drop into the space between thoughts. Yeah, so straight away you might notice how you're experiencing the moment in a different way, your body, your surroundings. And you're finding a state of presence with a capital P and pure awareness. And in this state, in this space, you can start to get a sense of, one, the infinity of your being, which you can do through practicing this going through between your thoughts and finding that space, the container. But there's also in here a neutral aspect, a space of just pure awareness, pure observing, pure noticing. So it's even beyond, perhaps higher or low, whatever you choose to make out. But in a sense, it's even beyond that level of reality of being oneness, where there's a sense of movement and a sense of connection with life and a sense of dancing. Beyond that, there's a still neutrality, which he calls the creator itself, which is being, this is when you realize that you are this pure awareness and that this is God. Perhaps there's other levels, I don't know. These are the only levels I know so far, that state of oneness and that state of pure awareness. So the beautiful thing about being these beings is that we have the magic and opportunity to drop, and we always have been, dropping between these layers. So going from being in our thoughts and our feelings and the person to being in a state of oneness and experiencing the world and being both at the same time, feeling the world and also feeling ourselves as this person, and we get to have these experiences and these lives that we can experience this in a completely new way. And as the energy and the frequency of the world is raising, we're more and more, we're going to have access to these higher levels of being and dimensionality, if that's a word. So, and all of the denser stuff, so all the denser thoughts and feelings and pain that have been kind of kept in our chakras throughout all our years are kind of being slowly shaken out. So it's coming out in terms of great changes and chaos, both internally and externally. But as we're raising the chakras, these little flowers of life that kind of are our point of interaction between the physical reality and the unseen world of energy and consciousness, are kind of purging. So we're going through this big purge. And through that, we're starting to access energy and consciousness and the unseen world in a very new to us way, and yet it's not new. We're learning to adjust to what is actually a normal. So far we've believed that the idea of separation and this very dense level of being is the normal. Okay, that actually is the exception. That actually is the anomaly, if you want. That actually is an experience that we've been invited to take as souls. But these other ways, these other dimensions of being, these other realities, other planes of existence, which become closer and closer to oneness and to feeling ourselves as this just pure awareness in the moment, are also very, very real and are actually, so being in that place of oneness, of experiencing ourselves as being in tune with everything, which you might have had glimpses of already, or you might feel more often these days, that is the norm. That is also completely and utterly normal. That is the truth of our beings, which are these multidimensional, I don't know what to call us, these multidimensional dancers, because that's what we do. We dance. We dance with the divine. We dance with life. We dance with the earth. We dance with each other. We dance with our longings, our callings, our desires. It's a big cosmic dance that we're slowly learning to be with and integrate and find the pleasure in it and find the fun and find the openness and the expansion and the freedom that comes from this beautiful dance that we've been invited to and given and allowed. And it's a real blessing. And the more of these old stories we're moving through and letting go of, the more we can just feel the blessing that is living and being in tune with life. And it's a blessing to be on this journey with all of you. So thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you soon.